As part of Age of Triumph, you have a whole suite of featured activities. The bottom left-hand corner of the director since the launch of Destiny has been come here and do special stuff. Come here and embrace the Destiny endgame. Looks like that's changed up a little bit.
Yeah, so one thing that we've been excited about for a very long time and are very happy to get the chance to do it here is this idea of raid of the week, of the idea that you've got a team of your 5 friends that you want to play content with, and you're no longer playing the same raid over and over and over again because it's the only one that's an appropriate light level. We're introducing this concept of a weekly featured raid. So a featured raid means not only is it at 390 light, all the challenge modes are active.
Okay. We can see here that you have a Templar challenge and an Atheon challenge, and when Vault of Glass is the weekly featured raid, both of them will be active.
Always.
Making that's a tough raid.
That is a tough raid, and so what you get to do is, as your fire team, is decide, all right, well, we want to complete the featured raid because just completing the feature itself has some unique rewards.
Yeah.
Or maybe you guys are game enough for the Templar challenge, but you aren't game enough for the Atheon challenge, which we think is the hardest challenge that we've ever made.
Yeah. How do you beat Atheon now?
Very carefully.
Very carefully.
Very carefully.
They love us for answers like that. But raids are supposed to be the ultimate mystery, so you get a pass.
Yeah, and I think one thing that probably some people are worried about right now is, okay, well, I'm really excited about when it's Vault of Glass featured week, and I'm really excited about when it's Crota's End featured week. But what about King's Fall and Wrath?
Yeah.
I've already played those raids, played them maybe recently, and I maybe have all those rewards leveled up. Well, there's new stuff. Coming down the pipe for you. We've worked together to sort of really come up with a system where no matter what the featured raid is, not only are you going after these cool ornaments, but there are unique rewards, and there's even some new rewards in some of these old raids. Some of you might realize that, hey, those old raids never had ghosts, and those new raids never had sparrows.
Oh my. If I have trophies in my vault, if I have my old Vault of Glass helmet that I always adored, and it's been collecting dust these past couple of years, am I going to be able to pull that out and infuse it and start using it right away, or am I going back into the vault to capture that again?
So we are coming out with a new Vault of Glass helmet. And one of the reasons I think you're going to be really excited about this new one is it has 2 master ornament skin slots.
Okay.
So there's lots of ways you can make your new gear coming out look real shiny.
And it's going to drop at, what are going to be the drops?
If you're
The light on
400,
those drops.
it's dropping at 400.
Okay, cool. So go in and enjoy those raids. I played the Vault of Glass during Destiny Year 1 a couple times, got nothing but shards. But Destiny's become a kinder, gentler, more rewarding game. And how would you describe the investment mood with these raids coming back into prominence?
I can't use the tagline the live team uses, but it's generous as heck.
Generous as heck.
Generous as heck. Generous as heck.
Okay.
I was going to say frick.
Okay.
Frick is a good word.
Whatever profane
Generous as
substitution you prefer, it's as generous as that. All right. So talk to me about the rollout schedule here. So we have this weekly featured raid activity. Who's up first? Are we going to Venus to play the Vault of Glass?
Actually, we are not going to Venus first.
All right. Where are we going first?
Week 1, we are going to Crota's End. So in the reprisal of Crota, we think we got to do a lot of exciting things to really make Crota shine. And we want Crota to come out week 1 with all these great new changes.
The rollout schedule, we're going to do one every week across the month of April.
Correct.
Beginning on
March 28th.
March 28th. So we begin with Crota, go in and see how Crota has been pulled apart and rebuilt. Then Vault of Glass. Then we come in on the 3rd week, and we play King's Fall, and then your baby, your Wrath of the Machine. Do the ornaments always drop, or only when it's featured?
Featured is where you're going for your ornaments.
Okay, so you're looking for that weekly featured raid to get the best stuff out of these activities.
And you should be excited about this stream 3 weeks from now, because there's more than just ornaments that are be coming out of those featured.
Yep. Okay. Yep. We're going to talk all about the weapons. We're going to be talking all about the armor, and we will delve deep into that sandbox and show you why you fight. I'm going to put down this controller, and we're going to let Cosmo and his raiding party pick up their controllers.
Post Kingsfall coming out, we'd sort of learned a lot and from the community really playing these and thought, man, we really think we could make these raids shine. And this idea of, we didn't want to change the raids. We didn't want to make them something they weren't ever. So this is, you're not going to find a Takeified Vault of Glass or a Sivified Crota's End. Right?
There was some significant fear and angst there. A little bit of wringing of hands last weekend.
Our goal here was really to look at these experiences and say, how can we make them shine? So if you were one of the Guardians that really like to stand up on a ledge and snipe some oracles, you might have to get a little closer this time around.
Okay, all right.
You know what we really didn't enjoy in year one was spending 10 minutes on oracles, wiping on the last one, and having to go back. So I've made them a little bit shorter. And that's sort of been our philosophy with all of these raids, is going in and sort of looking at the fossil of Vault of Glass and taking a brush and brushing it off and saying, what's a little thing that we think would make this a little more enjoyable? Or where did we misstep a little bit?
Was there anything that you pulled out of your design because you felt like you were sort of approaching that risk?
Yeah, I think at one point, even in the Vault of Glass, we looked at the big jumping puzzle and said, you know what? This team worked so hard on making this jumping puzzle and making these blocks appear, and everyone just jumps across the ledge. And there was a period where there was this big wind volume that would just knock you away from the ledge and say, no, get off the ledge. And we were playing it in playtests and saying, you know, this isn't what I love about Vault of Glass. I love that I can step on this block and jump all the way to the ledge and walk all the way across the ledge and then get hit off by Notch Boss at the end.
Yeah.
Right? That's part of what makes the experience great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think one thing that Luke Smith would have definitely jumped down my throat about is if we added another chest to the Vault of Glass.
Oh, God. You went there, huh?
I promise that we have not touched the amount of chests in Vault of Glass. And I can even say that as someone who played Vault of Glass as a player and not as an employee, because that was in a period of time where I was working elsewhere, I didn't understand how many chests were in the Vault of Glass. I was really excited to crack this open and see how many chests were open in the Vault of Glass. To this day, I still don't know. I think there are two people in the world that know how many chests are in the Vault of Glass, and that's Luke Smith and Matt Beignet. They didn't even tell the other designers on the team when they were placing them where they were.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to take that secret to his grave.
It should also be said that Destiny 1 is a game that's not going away. Destiny 1 is a game that we fully intend to keep online for the foreseeable future. So people may be discovering the Vault of Glass for the very first time. They may be Eyes Up Guardian for the very first time in the months to come. And the fact that you're giving elite Guardians, master class Guardians, something new to do is cool. But I'm also grateful, just from a community manager perspective, that if somebody does join our community, some of those core experiences are still intact for them.
Yes. And
so good thinking there. I
think that that these 400 light Guardians are going to have real fun going back into raids like Crota's and Vault, especially within Crota's. You experienced that raid when you were playing it where it was such a higher light delta than you were as a player. And now not only are you only able to go in and be a little above it, but you're able to go in with new swords and supers and things that you didn't have before.
Yeah.
And so even if we changed nothing at all, you'd have a totally different experience. Some of the experiences that we really wanted to shine in Crota's End and said, well, if we really need to bring this out and want to make this super fun and super great, like it's going to be a little bit more than dusting here, a little bit more than dusting with a brush.
Yeah.
But we absolutely came in mind with what is the core experience here, what do players really love about it,
Yeah.
And we are not about making your experience in these raids more of a slog or more of like oh my gosh, they took Crota's End and added all these Kingsfall mechanics to it. Right? These are still the raids that you love.
Kingsfall. Kingsfall had challenge modes.
Correct.
But Kingsfall is going to have new ornamental armor. Every raid is going to have new ornamental armor.
Every raid has new ornaments. They are spectacular. Even Wrath of the Machine, who already had one ornament, they got a second slot.
Okay.
which is a new way to Cebify your armor sets. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm very excited for the community to get their eyes on these. And even aside from just adding ornaments and having those weapons come back for Kingsfall, Ryan and his team did some great looking at those loot tables for Kingsfall and sort of how complicated they were. And a lot of this has just had a path,
Okay.
our paths to make everything sort of up to our new standards, up to like our generous frick guidelines. I am very excited for you guys to crack these open. I'm excited to see your takes on these challenge modes.
Okay.
We'll be out there with you and looking for groups. So hope to play with some of you guys and earn these emblems together.
Okay.
Just keep in mind, this is a celebration of everything Destiny has had to offer. We're going to go into the rituals next week, and there's some other cool stuff going on there. So it's not just all raids.
No.
Although raids are the coup de grace.
Okay.
There's other things for you to experience.
No matter what type of guardian you are, we've got something for you to enjoy at this party. The culmination of your adventure.
I really hope so.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, there's always somebody who.
There's got to be someone.
Yeah, there's always somebody who falls through the cracks, but we'll be glad to have you in the tower. So our raiding party has a raid to finish, so we're going to leave them to it. Age of Triumph begins March 28th.
Triumph.
Age of Triumph. One age, one's triumph.
Yes, March
Begins
28th.
March 28th. Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody who tuned into this live stream. Thank you so much for watching. Gentlemen, thank you for being on the hot seat and talking to us in such great detail about what you've created.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having us.